If you never want to work again, listen up because I'm about to give you the blueprint because I fired my job April 1st, 2016, and I haven't looked back since. That was the day that I became mentally unemployable. And if you simply just follow this roadmap, you should be able to get this done within the next year to year and a half. This business model is pretty good because you basically get paid to exist. And it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you're probably just signed up for the 40-40-40 scam that most people despise. Work at least 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life to retire off of 40% of your income. And I haven't seen anybody really be successful at that. And most people can't live the life that they desire to live right now off of 100% of their income. So how do they expect that they're going to be able to live the life that they want to live off of 60% less when they can't even really get their two-step down anymore because their hips is stiff? Don't be scared to move your hips now. But look, this is pretty cool because you basically get paid to exist because you're going to turn content into freedom. And freedom is the actual goal, but you need to understand and define what success means to you because the real goal is time freedom. So many people, they think that they want money, but in actuality, they want time freedom. They want to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it on their own time. And we can turn content into freedom for us. So the first step is that you need to solve a problem publicly, right? Now, why do we need to solve a problem publicly? Because money is simply just a symbol that value has been exchanged. Every single dollar that we spend we only spend it on something that has a perceived value to us that is worth more than the amount of money. So if we solve a problem publicly, guess what's going to happen? Well, we're going to start to build that number one excuse that everybody says that they can't do anything because they don't have an audience, not realizing that every single person starts from zero and has no audience. But how do the successful people build an audience? Well, they solve a problem publicly. So within doing this, you're going to help your ideal audience with valuable content. That is the key to everything. Genuinely, truly add value to people and value to the marketplace and stop thinking about how you can make money and stop thinking about how you can use people to make money and maybe think about using your money to help people. You will gain abundance on the back end because it's just a simple law of the universe. Give more than you receive and you shall receive abundance. Well, this will also help you build trust with that audience by showing them your expertise, your authority, and your results, because we're living in a trust economy and people buy things from people that they know, like, and trust. And there's been a study from, I believe, Google that said on average it takes somebody around 7 hours to make a purchasing decision. What better place to have somebody consume your content over an extended period of time where you're consistently publicly showing up and solving problems than YouTube? Highly advise YouTube. I built social media audiences to over 100,000 followers. I've done ads. The most amount of money that I spent on Facebook ads in a single month is a little over $100,000. I quit all of that a couple years back just to build a micro niche YouTube channel from absolute scratch where I consistently just show up publicly, solving problems and building an audience, and those people trust me as a trusted authority to help them with the particular painful problem that they're going through. And I've built a pretty cool business off of that, right? But the goal with this is not to be a content creator and go for fame. The goal is impact, because I call it the triple I's. If you have a positive impact on people, then your influence will rise, which then your income will grow as a byproduct of that. But with this, when we are consistently showing up, solving problems for people with our content, highly advise YouTube. And outside of that, everybody comes to YouTube to learn how to do everything. Think about all the content that you consume on YouTube. But we want to build an offer that people actually want. We're not going to try to sell stuff to people. We're simply just going to genuinely offer a solution to a problem to somebody as a logical next best step to the content that they just consume. We want to make it a no-brainer, but we want to build an offer that people actually want. So the only thing that people are really monetizing off of content, I don't care what it is that they try to tell you that they're doing or whatever new word or trendy topic that's trending that they say that it is. Everybody's monetizing their intellectual property with a digital product. So you want to create a digital product that solves a specific problem, that delivers a specific transformation. That's what people want. People, they're not buying information, they're buying transformation. So a transformation is simply just a result or a new identity, right? Now, the reason why we want to go with digital products is because it's low leverage. Not it's low leverage, it's high leverage with a low to, basically there's low to any barrier to get into it, right? When I created my first digital product, I had absolutely no experience in anything online business, content creation, anything like that. My first month, I made a little over $19,000. That first digital product made a little over $900K. Within 18 months, I hit a 7-figure level and haven't looked back since, right? But there's no barrier to entry. So some examples of these digital products that are selling, think of info products, but remember within this, people aren't buying information because information is so abundant right now. Everything's Googleable and YouTubeable and AIable, right? But people are lost in a sea of information. So we are wrapping a result or that transformation in the information of the vehicle of a digital product. But some examples of those could be ebooks, it could be courses, it could be communities, which is a big one. A lot of people aren't seeing communities as a digital product, but think about it. If the deliverable of it is digital and online, it is a digital product. You could have coaching, you could have templates, you can have some type of software, you can have some type of resources. But the good thing about this is that you literally build it once and you can sell it forever. And then you turn your cash flow from the online income that you're getting from your digital products into freedom. So what you want to do is that you want to reinvest your profits into assets that are going to pay you for forever. And then you can build multiple streams of income. Now, here's this thing that I need you to understand about these multiple streams of income, right? This is something that's really setting people back and is stopping people from being as successful as they could because they're chasing too many streams of income, not realizing what a stream actually is, right? So check this. A stream, we got to use these words for what they are. Words have definitions, right? So let's just imagine that this is a flow of water, or let's say it's a river or something like that, right? A stream breaks off of one flow. The problem that so many creators are doing is that they're trying to do multiple things to have multiple streams of revenue instead of having one main flow and then having streams branch off from the flow. So not too long ago, I was taking a walk and somebody that subscribes to my YouTube channel noticed me. Shout out to you if you happen to be watching this. And he stopped me and he asked me for some advice on growing his business. And he was a barber, for example. And he told me that he was a barber and he said that he was looking to do something in crypto. And then he had been watching my content. So he was thinking about making some type of digital product. And then he was going to get started in real estate. And then he named like 9-10 other things, and he was like, yeah, working on getting those 7 streams of income because you know every millionaire has 7 streams of income. I'm like, no, that's not true. People just say that stuff because people love to hear that crap. Millionaires do not have 7 streams of income. They became a millionaire from one flow, and then once they had an overflow, they started to create different streams from that one flow. So I was telling him, for example, if your thing is being a barber, cool, that's going to be your flow. But from that, do you know of ways to where you can maximize the revenue from each actual client? He was like, yeah, I sell them the hair care products instead of them going to the beauty supply store and stuff like that. I was like, okay, well, that could be a flow. Then now that you know how to maximize the revenue per individual client, well, now you can package that information up, and that could be an actual digital product that you sell to other barbers and beauticians and whatnot, right? I said that could be a flow right there. Or you could have a community out of that. That could be a flow. And then later on, you might have some type of mentorship. That could be a flow. And then say later on down the line, once you have some more income coming in, let's say that you develop some type of software that is helping barbers with appointment settings or whatnot, or to whereas everything is in one app, to whereas all your clientele is right there instead of having to call you all the time and stuff, and they could just book appointments, buy stuff from the app and stuff like that down the line. That's a flow, right? Or that's a stream, right? So multiple streams of income. I'm not saying that you will do multiple different things, but lock in and focus stands for follow one course until successful. Do one thing until you make $1 million. That's it. And then a lot of times when you're made $1 million, you won't want to do something else. You'll just keep on doing what is working and make more money with it. Don't get bored with it, get paid with it, right? But your multiple streams of income are going to come from that one flow. So if I use myself as an example, my one flow that I'm focused on building currently is my community, right? But from that, I'm using YouTube as a marketing engine to build my personal brand and my income, impact, and influence. So guess what? YouTube AdSense dollars. That's a stream off of my flow. I don't do brand partnerships or anything of the sort, but literally not a single day goes by where I don't get emails from people saying like, hey, I'll pay you $3,000 if you talk about this. Hey, I'll pay you $3,500 if you talk about this. I don't do that stuff because I'm not going to tell you to go buy some crap or some stuff that I don't use just to get a little bit of money from it. But if I was to do that, that would be a stream off of one flow. I do affiliates. That would be a stream off of one flow. If I wanted to have some type of software, that would be a stream off of one flow. If I have some type of upsell, that would be a stream off of one flow. You see where I'm going here? So you want to turn your cash flow that you're getting from your digital products over time into multiple streams of income, but you're not going to be doing multiple things. You're going to find ways to create additional streams off of that one flow to whereas you don't have to do any more work. I don't have to do any more work for the separate streams of income that come in for me. I don't have to do any more work than what I'm already doing in order to get a separate stream from income, AdSense revenue from a YouTube channel. I don't have to do more work for affiliate income because it would make sense for me to be an affiliate for the actual tools that I use on a day-to-day basis in my business, that I'm helping people grow their business. There's no more work that has to be done with that, right? And then you reduce your dependence on your active work and you buy back your time. This right here is the biggest investment that a lot of people could make, is actually buying back their time. So many people are thinking about what they can put their money into for more passive income instead of thinking about what can I put my money into to get my time back so I can actually grow more of my active income, because the passive income that most people really want is really just predictable monthly cash flow. So something that a lot of people should do with the money that they have is buy back your time from getting rid of the mundane tasks so you have more time to focus on what actually brings in the money. So for example, cleaning the house. I like a clean house. I like to have my hardwood floors nice and clean because it's a pet peeve of mine when I go over to other people's house and they say, hey, can you take off your shoes? I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing because it's dirty to just walk around inside the house with shoes on. But then the bottom of my socks look all seasoned, like they've been seasoned with salt and pepper and cayenne pepper and garlic powder and stuff because their floors are dirty. Sorry, it's just a pet peeve of mine. But think, it will take me hours to clean my house. Well, within those hours, I could sit there and make a YouTube video. I could think of 5 YouTube videos that are going to instantly make me money. Well, why won't I just pay Martha and a homegirl to come through my crib and clean it so I can get my time back? Now, with that time, I'm not just twiddling my fingers, I'm actually doing something productive in building my business. Or if I did just want to twiddle my fingers, I could have the luxury of doing that, right? So a lot of times for people, it's these medial, mundane daily tasks that you're doing that you could outsource it. So many people aren't thinking that they can afford it, when instead of thinking of can I afford it or how much does it cost, ask yourself, how much is it actually costing me to continue to do this, because I'm missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. And the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts for the lifetime of the opportunity. What is the opportunity cost in this? So for one of the individuals in my community, we realized that for her, it was cleaning and it was grocery shopping. For just a couple $100 a month, she got back about 2 to 3, like an extra 2 hours per day. And then she was able to make an extra $4,500 per month from spending an extra couple $100 per month from having somebody come and clean the house and then just using Instacart or something like that to bring the groceries, right? So turn your cash flow into freedom. Now, this doesn't always have to be investing into something that is going to make you money. It could be investing into just simple chores and stuff like that, like mowing the grass. Pay somebody to come and mow the grass. Pay somebody 30, 40, $50 to come and mow the grass so you can get that hour and a half back, and you can go and build something that's going to pay you monthly recurring predictable revenue. Or that could be you actually investing into what I like to call your digital assets to refine your products over time, to refine your systems over time. And system, SYSTM, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. To whereas you build the system, you refine the system, you do the work once, and the system works for you nonstop 24/7, 365, so you get your time back, you can make more while working less. But the real goal is more time, more impact, so you can live more of the life that you desire to live. Now, the reason why this works is because your content scales, especially on a platform like YouTube. YouTube is the only evergreen platform. When I say evergreen, that means that the content literally lives forever. Social media content, short form social media content, it's here today, gone tomorrow. And for most people, here today, gone today. But YouTube content, you get recommended videos from weeks, months, and years ago. The best performing videos on my channel on a month-to-month basis are things that I did months and years ago. If you go and you type in the YouTube search bar, me at the zoo, that's the first ever YouTube video that was ever put on the platform. It still gets so many views on a daily basis all these years later, right? So it's not about the content and the digital asset that you place on YouTube today. It's about the compounding of that over time. And that is also a cash flowing asset. That's why I call it digital real estate. Because think, real estate is just you owning property on earth. Well, if you look at YouTube content like digital real estate, you're just occupying real estate on the internet. And over time, all of these little digital assets are going to be acquiring income for you. Not only that, they're all going to be driving traffic to your actual offer, to your digital products that is going to be making money as well. So you have two true digital assets working together over time. I used to be in real estate. First business that I started when I found my job April 1st, 2016 was a small niche in real estate called wholesaling. I thought that I was going to graduate from wholesaling to flipping houses to owning rental properties to finally have some cash flow and some passive income, when ain't nothing passive about real estate. Well, most people don't know that for a single family household, positive cash flow, a good cash flow for most people on a single family real estate house or single family household in real estate will be like $300 to $600. They'll be like, oh, you're killing it. But your AC goes out, that's your whole entire profit for the year. But just from a micro niche YouTube channel, and I don't even have the biggest YouTube channel yet. Let me just talk from some real numbers and some facts versus some examples. Okay, the past month, I've gotten about $3,300. I don't even have the biggest YouTube channel yet, and that's just off of, come on, load up. Yeah, about $3,300, and that's just off of AdSense. That's not even off of business. You know how many real estate properties I would have to own in order to get that same $3,300? Plus, there's no insurance, there's no property tax, there's no maintenance, there's no nothing. It's a true digital asset that's compounding over time, that's attached to a digital product and a business that's compounding over time as well. Now, content skills, and like I just said, along with that, your digital offer skill, and those digital assets over time compound as well and make money. And attention converts. But so many people online are trying to create content just for attention, but they're not thinking about ownership, because ownership creates freedom. And what we want to do is that we want to create a system that we own, and that we own the upside. Because no matter what, on all these platforms, we don't own it. I don't own YouTube, but guess what? I do own my business. I do own my community. I do own my email list, right? I'm focused on staying more analog in the digital world, and that'll separate you. The more communication that you can have with real people in real time, you'll be able to create offers for them that you know that they want, instead of going off of what you think that they want. And what you think is a terrible business decision. Successful entrepreneurs online, and not even online, just in business in general, they never make moves off of what they think. They make moves off of what they know. And it's because they validate before they actually build. Right? So many people think that you need to create something and then you go out and you sell it. No. What you want to do is that you want to validate an offer and know that it's going to sell before you get it into the hands of people. So you're making stuff that you know that people want. So how do you do that? Well, like I said, starting off, we find a problem worth solving. We solve it publicly. We see what people want. And we see what people say, and we stay in constant feedback loops. That can be with our content, or even better yet, you can create what I call a minimal viable product. That's something that's minimal enough to where you can get it done quickly, but viable enough to where somebody can get a result from it. So a great example of this that I love to use is Steve Madden. If you're not familiar with Steve Madden, he makes women's shoes, right? I was watching a documentary on Steve Madden and his story, and he has a great inspirational story. It's actually available on YouTube for free last time that I checked. But Steve Madden, he was talking about his process of making these shoes and his success. And he was like, I never just go make a shoe off of my idea. I validate it first. So what he would do is that he would walk around New York. He would be looking at ladies' shoes. I'm sure a lot of people probably thought he was a creep just walking around looking at women's feet. But he would look at stuff. He would thumb through magazines and whatnot. He would thumb through catalogs. He would get an idea. No, he wouldn't just go and create it and sell it. He would validate it. What he would do is create an MVP. So in his flagship store in New York, he had like a little offices and like a little makeshift factory on top of the store. He would get an idea. He would create a small batch of it, MVP, and then he would take that small batch downstairs to the storefront, and he would put it on the shelf. And he would get feedback in real time from the women that were walking in the stores. Either he himself or sales associates would be asking these women questions. Oh, do you like it? Try it on. Is it comfortable? Do you like how it feels? Do you like the shape of it? Do you like the silhouette? And he said that if he sold out of that small batch in like a weekend or something like that, or on a Saturday, he knew he had a winner. Then he would take his concept of his MVP, ship it to the warehouse, and then they would make it in bulk, and then he would sell them all over the country or world or whatever he would do like that. This isn't just online business. This is business in general. This is the same thing that Elon Musk does with Tesla, richest guy on the planet, right? Well, Elon Musk, he doesn't just go and he makes Teslas. What does he do? He creates an MVP or a wait list, which I highly advise that you do also. I don't launch anything without a wait list. So he has a wait list and he actually charges people money to get on the wait list. He verifies demand and then he goes and he makes the product, right? And then he doesn't put them out in bulk either. He releases some of them so a small pool of people get access to the new Teslas, and then they can drive it around, see the bugs or whatnot, software is working cool, updates and all that stuff. Then he makes them in bulk. We need to do the same exact thing online with our offers and our digital products and whatnot. People are thinking that you need to have something perfect before you launch. No, you create an MVP, you get it into the hands of people, you stay in constant feedback loops with them, and then you refine over time. That's how you do have that perfect offer. And that's why so many people struggle to make any money, because they have no absolute clue what people actually want, because they're not talking to anybody. They're not getting any feedback from anybody. They're just staying, analyzing, learning, planning, pivoting all the time and making some perfect offer that they think is a good move, when again, moving off of what you think is a terrible business decision. I don't ever move off of what I think. I move off of what I know. And why is that? Because I constantly stay in feedback loops with the market, whether it be through content or from actual people and from people within my community. I know what it is that they need because they tell me. So with this, you see what responses that you get, and then you build the offer that people actually work for, that people actually ask for. Let the market validate your idea, not your actual guess. So some offers that you can build, like I said, digital products, online courses, communities, memberships, coachings, softwares and tools. And we're living in the best age ever in human existence, because everybody is about to be to the point to where they have access to software, because you don't even need to know how to code to build apps and softwares and stuff like that. You could do done for you services. The only thing with services, I'm not against services, it's just services are hard to scale, because the only way to scale a service is to either have more of you, and your time is limited, and we need to find the income source or business for ourselves to whereas our personal time is not associated with it. That's why I like digital products, because products can scale. Services scale with either more time or more people. But I'm all for productizing a service, and that could be a digital product also, because that's simply what software is. Software is simply just service as a software, right? That's why it's called SaaS. You can have templates and resources, or you can have licenses for media and stuff like that. But your content is going to be your sales team. So not only is it going to be like digital real estate, like I said over here, but also you have little mini versions of yourself out on the internet all day selling for you. And if you position it right, and you're actually focused on helping people and adding value to people instead of trying to sell stuff to people, well, this weird thing starts to happen where people just buy stuff from you because they feel like it. Because here's what you need to understand about the psychology of sales from people. People hate the feeling of being sold to, but they love to buy because they buy stuff each and every single day. So if people hate the feeling of being sold to, yet they love to buy because they buy stuff every day, how is that? Well, because the stuff that they buy every day, they simply just feel like it, and they don't feel like somebody tried to sell it to them. When people are trying to sell stuff to them, they just feel like that annoying person in the middle of the mall kiosk. We've all walked past that person 50 times. Why? Because we feel annoyed from them, because we don't know them. Hey, can I spray this on you? Hey, can I clean one of your shoes? Hey, can I rub this lotion on you? Hey, smell this. No. You walk past them, and then you go into the store that you already know, like, and trust, and have brand familiarity with, right? Everybody's been done dirty by somebody before. That's why people think that they hate salespeople and stuff, because they didn't buy something that they actually wanted to buy, and after the transaction, they didn't feel good about it, and they feel like they got. But I didn't feel like I got when I bought this microphone. I didn't feel like I got when I bought this stylus pencil. I didn't feel like I got when I bought this camera. I didn't feel like I got when I go to the movies each and every single week. Like I'm about to go watch He-Man right after I get done recording this YouTube video. Right? I'm probably not gonna feel like I got. Why is that? Because I felt like buying it. But each and every single one of those businesses sold me something, because it's impossible to buy something without somebody selling it. So your content is going to bring people in. Your content is going to build trust, because people buy stuff from people that they know, like, and trust. And your content or your system, saving yourself time, energy, and money, is literally going to be working 24/7, 365, nonstop. And one video can literally pay you for years. Just like I said, YouTube is the only evergreen platform. Every single video that you watch is not something new. You're watching stuff from weeks ago, months ago, years ago. As I record this video, people are literally watching content from mine from years ago. This video is going to be getting seen years from now. So what we want to do from this, in order to turn this income into actual assets, we want to create a flywheel for ourselves. If you're not familiar with the flywheel, it may take some initial energy and effort to get going, but over time, you start to get this delicious cinnamon roll effect, and it starts to just spin faster and faster and faster and grow bigger and compound on itself. So how we're going to do this online is that we're only going to focus on what's called our avatar. That is going to be our target customer, right? Not customers, customer. This is singular. That's most people's problems. They're trying to cater to everybody. And typically when you try to cater to everybody, you don't cater to anybody. So what we want to do is that we only want to make this content for that specific particular person with the particular painful problem in the marketplace, right? So that's how we actually start to build an audience, because the algorithm now knows how to categorize our content, and it knows who it is that we're making our content for. YouTube, it just started off as a dating site. A lot of people don't know the history of YouTube. They want to grow on YouTube, but they don't know the history and the foundation of what it is to understand it, to grow. YouTube started off as a dating website. As it transitioned into what it has now became, it still has the foundational roots of a dating website, because all that it was wanting to do was match people that had similar interests. Well, now that it's a video platform, it still has that same foundation, because all that it wants to do is match certain people with a video that they love, that they want to watch. It still has that foundational core, right? So once the algorithm knows who our content is for, it'll start to use its organic traffic sources, which would be the home screen, which would be search results, which would be suggested videos off to the side, which would be external traffic from Google, because Google owns YouTube, and that little share button at the bottom of YouTube videos. People will hit that when they're getting value, because that's just human nature. When you have something of good value, or you've received good value, you want to share it by nature, and that raises other people's status socially as well, because they can say, hey, you need to hear this. Hey, you need to see this. Hey, I'll put you on this, right? Which will lead to YouTube putting you in front of more people that fit your avatar's profile. So now we have an offer that we will offer these people, which we make the money, which then they get their transformation. And basic human psychology as well, when we receive a transformation, when we receive a good result, when we receive a new identity, when we truly receive value, we become evangelists. That's simply just an ambassador. We go and tell other people about it, which will lead to more people buying your offer. Now, this will take a little bit of work. If you never want to work again, you have to put in some work for yourself. But after a little bit of time, you get this crazy compounding effect where you're just going to bed and eating Uncrustables at 1:30 and 2 a.m., even though you probably shouldn't eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And if you eat grape jelly over strawberry jelly, I'm judging you. We team strawberry over here. And go to sleep just whenever your body tells you to go to sleep, and wake up without an alarm clock, and wake up whenever you want to, and do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, on your own time, and really just have to focus on sitting here in a comfortable chair and talking and actually adding some real value and changing people's lives for about 5 minutes or so. It becomes pretty cool. And if you want to build a pretty cool lifestyle business for yourself, leveraging YouTube and turning it into a digital product system, saving yourself time, energy, and money, and doing what you want to do when you want to do it on your own time, then go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Crowded at the Top community. And I look forward to building with you. And go ahead and check out this video right here about how you can get this working for you in such a shorter period of time by basically collapsing time and getting what typically would take 10 years. You'll get the same stuff done in about 10 months. It's Crowded at the Top.